627, 2005 Observer states that there's an article in Clinton, Tennessee stating that your sons, Teddy and Michael, will be joining WWE in 2006 as a tag team managed by you. Not long after this, Jim Ross would bring back his Ross report to WWE.com, and he would state that he was surprised to find that your two kids were studying to be pro wrestlers at Harley Race's school because it wasn't that long ago when you had said you wouldn't even let your kids watch pro wrestling. So, Ted, any truth to that? Were you keeping your kids away from wrestling?
I didn't want my boys to be wrestlers, and not because I didn't love wrestling. I didn't want them to be wrestlers because I didn't like what came along with the package, the lifestyle. Now, the lifestyle has changed much.
Yes.
Now, today, you want to be a wrestler? Go ahead. Why? They work 4 days a week. Friday night SmackDown, Saturday, Sunday, Monday Night Raw, and they go home for 3 days every week. Now, I don't know if that's everybody, and I would venture to say that, because I remember when John Cena was on top. He was the top guy. If you're the top guy, I'm sure Vince has got other things to have, because you're the flag bearer for the company.
Yeah.
That guy is not going to have that much time off, but he's going to be well paid for it.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's cool. So.
Yeah, and John Cena, I don't know if he does have a bus, but he would be in a position then to, as many wrestlers nowadays do, they get their own private bus and a driver, and instead of, being hunched over a steering wheel at 4 a.m. driving to the next town, you're sleeping.
Yeah, and a lot of them, I know the story, a lot of them have done that.
Yeah, which good for them, really. It's like, I know that, we say, well, you learn a lot on the road with other guys talking about the show and what you're going to do with the next show, but really, it's, if you want to talk about longevity, getting to lay down and sleep as opposed to drive 250 miles to the next town, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
So it wasn't always an ambition for your sons to get into pro wrestling. Did that come later for them?
Well, it was kind of like, I think they may have wanted to all along. And, because I always said, you're not going to be wrestlers. You're not going to be wrestlers. But by the time that it came around and I saw the differences, and again, I was basically giving them my stamp of approval because I was letting them learn how to wrestle from the guy who I had a lot of respect for, Harley Race.
Mm-hmm.
Harley Race, who helped me substantially in the business.
That they're getting taught the right way to be a professional wrestler, which is great.